and online, WSGW.com.
A partly to mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henne here at Radio Center, along with Matthew Lester, looking at some sun out there. Not all that bad of a looking day. Walk outside and you wish you had another layer on you right now. Whole lot of single digits. Unfortunately, overnight they had a minus in front of them. Probably one of the coldest days that we will see for a while. And we're not just talking what the lows were last night. We're looking for low temperatures tonight, even colder than what we saw this morning early. Matthew, temperature-wise, we are in single digits. We're trying to get warm. How warm are we?
Currently, over at the airport, it's sunny at 4 degrees. Over in Midland, it's mostly sunny at 3. Here at Radio Center, it's also mostly sunny at 3 degrees. We have west winds at 10 miles per hour, and our pressure's at 30.42, and it's rising.
We started the morning off, as I said, on the chilly side, below zero for many locations. I think you need both hands to take a look at a number of cities, in less than a dozen anyway, that were above zero. Everybody, for the most part, was below. If they were above zero, it was just barely. And the most interesting thing was, even in northern Michigan, the northwest corner, where they did pick up anywhere from 1 to 5 inches of snow over the last 24 hours. Some of those cities were the warmer ones overnight. They were above zero, 3, 4, 5 degrees above zero. Traverse City was below zero, but only by 1 degree. So that kind of gives you an idea of the effect of the water as of right now. As far as our temperatures go, well, let's start to the west of the lakes, just to kind of give you an idea. International Falls, Minnesota, 30 below zero. Bismarck, North Dakota, 17 below zero. Again, we're talking on the thermometer. Minneapolis, St. Paul, 12 below. Chicago coming in at 6 below. Omaha, Nebraska at 7 below. Louisville, Kentucky started at 12 this morning. Dallas, Texas at 26. Pittsburgh at 1. New York City, 14. Raleigh, North Carolina, 20. Atlanta, Georgia, 22. Memphis, Tennessee started the morning off at 18. And if you go just a little bit further to the south, we had the opportunity to talk to our son Scott and our 3 granddaughters this morning, who have seen, for, in a couple of cases, the younger 2, the first time they have seen snow and actually been able to play in it. Mobile, Alabama, as of right now, is at 26 degrees, and it is snowing. And they will anticipate somewhere between 2 and 4, possibly 5 inches of snow if they don't get freezing rain as they go through the remainder of the day today. The chances are real good. They probably won't have school tomorrow. Very little traffic, if any at all, down in the Mobile, Alabama area. All along the Gulf, we're seeing temperatures below freezing, and we're seeing quite a bit of snow. Northern sections of that snow band, they are getting freezing rain. All that activity is moving to the east and the northeast. And obviously, all eyes are on the citrus crops, probably in Texas, but also in Florida, because Orlando, the latest projections were that Orlando, Florida would drop down below the freezing mark. And in some cases north of Orlando, they were looking at teens for overnight low as they move through the day and into the evening hours tonight. What are we looking at? Well, another degree or 2, and that's going to be about it. As far as low temperatures go, in northern Michigan, we did see a lot of it in double-digit negatives. Gladwin, this morning, you were at 17 below zero. Glenny was at 19 below. Lake City was coming in at 14 below. Standish, 7 below. Traverse City was at 5 below. At the airport, so you get a little bit closer to the water, and they were above the zero mark there. Houghton Lake, 13 below zero there. Colder than at Sault Ste. Marie. Sault Ste. Marie was 6 below. Alpena was at 3 below. Alger looking at 14 below zero. Grayling 11 below. 17 below in Mayo. Roscommon at 17 below. Silver Creek at 11 below. And as we said, 2 to 4 inches of snow, very common in the northwest corner of the lower peninsula. Mansalona says they'd have just under 2 feet of snow on the ground right now. Gaylord is looking at 1.5 feet. Harbor Springs is talking about a foot. Benzonia looking at a foot of snow. Again, all of this on the ground as of right now. Kingsley is talking about 9 inches of snow. Sun becoming cloudy as we go through the remainder of the day today. Some light snow this afternoon. The best chance of that occurring is going to be in the southern third of the lower peninsula, south and along the 96-69 corridor. 5 degrees for a high. Cloudy. Low pressure will be forming over the Dakotas tonight, looking for a low of 6 below zero. So that low in combination with a high pressure system is what's generating all of the cold air that is going all the way down to the Gulf. During the day tomorrow, we will warm up a little bit. There'll be a real good chance of an afternoon snow shower tomorrow afternoon. 14 for a high, 13 for a low tomorrow night. Low pressure over Lake Superior will be pushing that snow, especially late in the afternoon and the evening hours and overnight tomorrow night. Now, during the day on Thursday, will be warmer, 25 for a high, but then we're going to clear off on Thursday night, and that's going to drop our temperature down into the single digits. So we'll be warmer tomorrow night than we will be on Thursday night. A mix of sun and clouds on Thursday, flurries around. Moving into Friday, partly cloudy skies, 22 for a high, 18 for a low on Friday night. Very little, if any, chance of any snow shower activity on Friday. Same thing holds true with Saturday, Sunday, and beginning the work week next week. Mostly cloudy skies on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. A little bit of sun on Friday. High temperature on Saturday will be 30 degrees. Upper 20s for lows or highs on Sunday and Monday. Low temperatures will be ranging from the upper teens to the low 20s during that period of time. To take us right up to the end of the month, the 30th, average as far as our temperatures go, average on the moisture. Once we start moving into February, we're going to begin to see a little bit of a change in temperature trend. We'll actually be going a little bit above normal for this time of the year as we move into the first few days of February, slightly above normal as far as the moisture goes. Average high for this time of the year, 29 in the afternoon, 15 at night. Record high in this state, 57, set back in 1916. The record low, 13 below zero, set in 1984. A year ago today, 23 was our high, 8 was our low. The coldest ever, 21st of January, 1924. 1 was our high, 11 below zero was our low. The warmest ever, you got to go all the way back to 1916. 57 was our high, 37 was our low. Sun will set this evening at 5:34, rise tomorrow morning at 8:02. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by, Matthew, who do we have today?
Up next, we have Abby Terwilliger with the Andersons, and we also have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
But before we get to them, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrien Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth. They've got those Farmall tractors ready to go to work for you. You know, the Farmall will help you get the job done because they do have a horsepower range of anywhere from 35 to 140. The tractor will work for you, whatever your job is. So it's the idea that Weiss Equipment is going to pair you up with the right size Farmall tractor, anywhere from the compact Farmall A all the way up to the deluxe compact Farmall C and C series with cabs. And trust me, with weather like this, you're going to wish you had a cab. They'll fit the need for you. Can Do comes in red. Remember that. That's Farmall. Farmall tractors available today at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth, doing it right longer. We say good morning to Abby Terwilliger. Abby, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Terry. Doing good. Staying inside where it's nice and warm.
Yeah. Well, the traders had a little bit of a break. What are they up to today?
Yeah, I mean, actually, we're doing pretty good right now. We're up 23 on soybeans, up 3 or 4 on corn. So it's actually a good Tuesday for once.
Boy, it sure is. Any particular reason why?
I think a little bit of Trump coming in and not doing any tariffs yet. South America hasn't been getting the rains that they need. And then also they lowered their planting acres a little bit on corn as well, I believe on soybeans. So a little bit mix of all of that combined.
Well, I know we did have a lot of optimism. At least that's what we were hearing from South America. Now what you're saying is maybe reality is setting in a little bit?
I sure hope so.
I sure hope so as well. We need these surges because, well, the way it's been going anyway, we're always giving up what we gain. But
Yep.
sometimes when we can get 20, 25, 18 to the plus side, hopefully it takes a couple, 3 days before we lose it.
Yes. Yep. And I mean, and that, like with corn, which I know corn's trading the lowest right now, but it's kind of held on the most too. It is, you know, our export market's been pretty good, and we're finally, I mean, there's still a lot of corn out there, but our export market, I think, is kind of catching up a little bit to us, which is a good thing.
Yeah, it sure sounds that way. So on the board right now, what do you have?
On the board, old crop corn, 437, new crop, 393, old crop soybeans, 1010, new crop this fall, 972. Red wheat this summer, new crop will be 511, and white wheat is at 551.
You take care, Abby. Have a great day.
Thanks. You as well.
Will do. Abby Terwilliger over at the Andersons. A little bit more in depth. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining us. The market report brought to you by Freeland Bean and Grain, your Dairyland seed dealer. Get a hold of Justin Varner for more information. See what he's got available and what will work the best for you on your farm for 2025. Remember, Dairyland Seed. They've got seed with your name on it from Freeland Bean and Grain since 1983. We're serving you is their business. Market report also brought to you by Ed Raymond's quality clothing and shoes since 1919. Carhartt's, Red Wing shoes and boots, Stormy Cromer accessories, and a whole lot more. You won't believe what they have in that store. Check it out if you haven't. If you have, you'll be amazed at what's just come in. 151 West Broad Street in Chesaning. That's where they are. For more information, just go to edraymond's.com. Doug Klein, good morning.
Good morning.
Took a break, and now we're looking at some good news today.
Yeah, dollar's down pretty heavy today, 1.25 cents. So that's a big thing. Again, that's part of the tariff thing. That's part of the enthusiasm over Trump taking over. So we'll see how long it lasts. The Dow is up about 0.9%. The S&P about 0.5%. Nasdaq's up about 0.07%. So you can see where the optimism is more toward the old line companies. So, like I said, we'll see where it takes us. But everything's kind of solid today, except for energy. Of course, talking about drilling more. So crude's down about $1.50. We can take that every day for a while. So here's your numbers. The March corn is 487 3/4, up 3.5. September corn 461, up 2 1/4. The March soybeans 1057 1/4, up 23 1/4. September soybeans 1044.5, up 17 1/4. March wheat is 557, up 18 1/4. And September wheat is 590.5, up 16 and a quarter. The crude oil is 76.16, down $1.23. Heating oil is $2.50, down 6.2 cents. Gasoline is $2.10.31, down a penny. Natural gas is $3.36, down 12 cents. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar, US dollar buys $1.4347 Canadian, that's up 41 ticks. The dollar buys 155.44 yen, down 15 ticks. The euro is at 104.16, up 2 ticks. The dollar is at 108.10, down 124 ticks. Gold is at 27.5630, up $8.10. Silver's 31.25, up 23.5 cents. Platinum's at 961.20, up $7.40, and copper's at 433.80. That's down 3 cents.
It's going to be real interesting. We mentioned about the fruit crop down south.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know what you've heard. Have you seen anything flying around about concern down there?
Certainly makes sense. And of course, between that and the price of eggs, the price of orange juice, and next is the price of bacon. Might be the time to start raising pigs. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. And chicken.
No.
Well, the thing is, chickens
No.
down in that part of the country too.
Yeah.
They're like the humans. They're not really used to this. So we'll have to see. No, matter of fact, well, we talked about our son and his family. There is a winter storm warning up for the Mobile, Alabama, and Pensacola areas moving into northern Florida. They're anticipating upwards of 4, possibly 5 inches from 6 o'clock this morning until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. I don't know. They have a hard enough time when it rains to drive.
Yeah, right.
Doug, you take care. Have a good one, all right?
Yep.
Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you by the folks at Michigan Truck Spring of Saginaw, your complete parts and service headquarters for light, medium, and heavy-duty trucks and trailers, as well as buses and recreational vehicles. Very competitive prices on those quality parts and service. They've been doing it for over 45 years. 800-358-4751 or buy it online at truckspring.com. And don't forget, they're open weeknights, Monday through Friday till 11. Along with us right now, we've got Mark Litt with the Greenstone Farm Credit Services folks. Mark, for the past couple of weeks or so, we've been talking about crop insurance. In particular, we've been talking about, well, you call it ECO for those of us that don't know what that is. What is ECO?
Right, Terry. Yeah, that's called Enhanced Coverage Option. It's a program that's been around a few years now, and basically corn, soybeans, and dry beans are the interest right now. And basically, it's a 95% trigger that you can add on to your current policy. The big question always is, how do I make a decision on actually buying this program? So at Greenstone, we have some great tools that we can access on the computer and work with you. So what you really want to do as a grower, if you're interested in this, sit down with one of us and we can take you through the program, show you how it works. But where the grower really can understand it, then they can say, well, I think prices are going to do this, or I think they're going to do that. I think the county yield seems high or low. So you can do all those what if situations. And when you do a little bit of that with an agent, you can then figure out, hey, this looks like it's something to buy.
So again, the reason why to consider is simply because it offers so much more than conventional crop insurance.
Right. It covers those, what we call a shallow loss, where you have some loss in your area or on your farm and you want to figure out what's going on. It's also primarily I look at it as a price protection program. So we can only control our prices so much through contracting, but we can't control the market. So when the markets go down, this is another great way to help protect yourself.
And all the agents at Greenstone are plugged in on this program?
You bet. We're all of us that work in row crops. We do have specialty agents that work in the fruit crops, but all you need to do is call one of our offices, or you can look on greenstonefcs.com, and you can get a hold of an agent. We'll be certainly happy to sit down and talk to you.
Mark, thanks you so much. We'll talk to you again next week, all right?
Thank you.
You bet. Mark Klett with Greenstone Farm Credit Services. A lot more coming up. Matthew, who's next?
Up next, we have Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Insurance Agency.
But first, this.
I'm Steve Cook from Cook Chevrolet in Vassar with an incredible story. Some of you might remember that back in 1998, we advertised an extended cab pickup for $244 a month, and we leased everyone we had or could get our hands on. Well, can you believe that today, 27 long years later, you can lease a Silverado for as little as $225 a month? Only today's pickup is a crew cab with a full-size back seat, not an extended cab. It also has power seats, dual heated seats, heated steering wheel, lane change assistance, forward collision alert, all of that and more for $19 less, just $225 a month. And right now at Cooks and Vassar, you'll find loads of Chevy Blazers from $301 and the all-new award-winning 2025 Equinox from just $303 a month. Get out today to Cook Chevrolet, M15 Top of the Hill in Vassar.
Payments based on GM employee and family lease. 10,000 miles per year, $2,000 cash down plus tax. Call or visit us on the web at cookchevysuperstore.com. Chevy, together, let's drive.
You know, farmers need to find ways in this market to put a profit on the bottom line, and it does start by saving half the cost of seed before you even get started. Now, where do you find that? High Fidelity Genetics. They offer non-GMO seed corn and soybeans that qualify for organic production. You do get high-quality, high-yielding seed at half the price. And test plots are proving that you do get the best for less with High Fidelity Genetics. Find out more by going online at highfidelitygenetics.com or give them a call for more information and get some pricing. 515-434-7333. Along with us, Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency. Craig, good morning.
Good morning, Terry. How are we doing today?
Hey, we're doing really good. I'm glad that I'm not sitting in a ditch somewhere, but if somebody is, or in the median, or you couldn't avoid missing someone, road service. What should we be aware of there?
Well, if you're out traveling in this cold weather, you might want to make sure that your vehicle does have road service. It can come from your auto policy. You might have it through an association that you belong to. You don't need it in both places, but you would likely want to have it at least someplace. This cold weather makes vehicles start hard, kills batteries. If you need a jump start, you got somebody to call and you don't have to pay for it out of pocket. And as you said too, you slide off into the ditch or need a wrecker service for anything, you want that to come from your policy, again, not from your pocket.
So again, the whole idea is double check, make sure that you're covered, and be a little vigilant as far as your policy goes.
Right, and especially out in this weather, if you get stranded, you don't want to be out there for very long. So take a little extra time before you go and make sure everything's in place so that you can have a safe trip.
And not every boss is forgiving when you call them up and say, I couldn't start my car this morning.
That's true. Some don't have a sense of humor when it comes to that.
That's right. Craig, you take care. Have a good one, okay?
Thanks, Terry. You too.
You bet. Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency. Matthew, you think we should take a look at the New York markets right now?
We can.
All righty. Teresa on the line with us right now from Baird and Company. Teresa, are the New York markets showing as good of a jump as what Chicago is doing today?
Yeah, the markets seem to be kicking off Trump 2.0 with some early gains, with Dow Jones Industrial Average up 433 points at 43,921. 324 million shares traded. NASDAQ up 56 points at 19,687. 635 million shares traded there. Some stocks of local interest include Caterpillar at 399.16, up 14.55. Deere at 463.84, up 8.40. CMS Energy 68.71, up 63. Dow 41.64, up 60. DuPont 78.50, up $1.03. Corteva 62.94 up 62. General Motors 53.47 up 2.49. Trinzio 4.44 up 9. Walmart 94.18 up 2.24. Huntington Bank 17.16 up 15. Independent Bank 34.95 up 53. And AT&T at 22.50 up 21.
You take care. Have a good day, okay?
You too.
Teresa DeVoe over at Baird & Company. We'll be right back. As a farmer, you do it all, and so should your technology. Hit the field and go with Ag Leader's new In Command Go displays. Experienced unparalleled visibility and control with the information you need right at your fingertips. The all-in-one screen view enables you to easily monitor everything at once without losing sight of your map, so you can make informed decisions on the go. What are you waiting for? Get going with Ag Leader. Contact PC Ag Solutions, your local Ag Leader dealer, for more details. The name of the game in farming is profit. And if you want to put more profit into farming, get the help and seasoned sound advice you need from the pros at Star of the West. Sure, the question of selling or storing your harvest is an important one. And Star of the West, with today's technology, can give you the up-to-the-minute information you need to make the right decision, one that certainly affects profits. That's just one reason why you should take your corn, your soybeans, any of your crops to Star of the West. The other is well-trained, experienced, knowledgeable people who are true professionals in agribusiness. Star of the West offers you stability that no other firm in the area can approach. This means that people who are in the same positions year after year get to know your needs better and in general know the business better. Since 1870, Star of the West has been and continues to be the one to trust. Star of the West, keeping the valley growing since 1870. Frankenmuth, Reese, Richville, Guerra, and Cass City. And the folks at Star of the West invite you to stop on by next Wednesday at the warming tent for the All Things Chocolate Baking Competition. We look forward to seeing you there. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem, brought to you by Euclid Avenue Coin in Bay City.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton,